EVW. We all know him, we all love him. But have you ever been curious on what his opinions on stuff are? Well, luckily, my friend ColinTheGamer, please go check him out, I'll have his link in the description, had gotten into contact with one of EVW's moderators through a stream, and through that moderator, we were able to get in contact with EVW. Huge shout out to Bagley, yes, Bagley, not Bagel, for making this entire thing possible in the first place. I'll be uploading the VOD after this video initially goes up. Another thank you to EVW for taking 2 hours out of his day just to have the interview with us. We are by no means really known at all in the community. I have a record-breaking 9 subs as of writing the script. I hope you can watch till the end of the video, and I will have timestamps for each question. Thank you for listening, and on to the rest of the video.
I mean, that works. Yeah, you can do that. If you need like a PNG picture of my face too, it's no big deal. I can send you something over to you guys.
All right, yeah. All right. So the first question that I have is, what's the hardest level that you are seeking to beat as your forever level, which is a level that that you would end your GD career with, or like the hardest level you'll ever beat in. A good example of this is I think it was Nakadura. I don't remember their name, but they beat Slaughterhouse and then they stopped playing.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question because originally that level was Bloodbath. So I wanted to be Bloodbath, and I was like, I think that's gonna be the end of my GD career because when I started playing Extreme Demons, I didn't think I was gonna go much past that. I am a content creator first before I am like a person that beats hard levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do remember that you said that in your Yada video that you were a content creator first.
Yeah. That's right. So I do, content is my main focus. I just want to make like good, interesting, funny videos. And I just like playing the game, like whatever that is. It doesn't have to be like hardest thing I've ever done, although that is fun. And I've been enjoying improving my skills recently too. That's definitely a big part of what's kept me into the game up to this point because I've been playing for a long time. But also, like I really just focus on content and making. I really want to enjoy the game in different ways, but that's a different topic. So my big level of like the thing I want to quit, the thing that will make me quit is I'd love to do Bloodlust. Bloodlust and then stop would be good. However, the thing is, like if I beat Bloodlust, I'd probably play something a little harder. I'd be like, ooh, now that I've done this. So like I just. My answer to that question is I don't think there is a level I'd play it and then that would be it. I'm just gonna probably keep on playing the game until until the game has actually run its course. Like I think I'm gonna be here for a while.
That was a really long one question, but we could go on to the next one. This is kind of a basic one. Would you ever want to verify top 150 or just like a really hard level that's been hyped up?
It depends. It would depend on the level. Like if I liked the level a lot, certainly, but I wouldn't just verify it just for the sake of verifying a top 150. But also keep in mind, like yeah, exactly. Oh, my worst nightmare. That's something I have sleep and wakes me up in a cold sweat at night, right?
Yeah.
So I would say, I mean, maybe at one point that would have been appealing to me, but with how hard the list is, like Bloodlust falling off the list, it's like, gosh, I don't know if I would do something like that at this point. It'd be really tough.
And then other levels that fall off the list, like around the same time, like Plaza Pulse Finale and Arctic Lights.
Yeah, like they're all like so insanely hard. Like, and trust, that's like harder than anything I've done. So Yada, like on the all-rated Extreme Demons list, is like what, 270 or something like that, and that's like the hardest level I've done.
And what, you're on like what, stream 3 of Erebus, and you already have like 60% of the level done?
Sure, but Erebus is deceiving in that like it's very back heavy, I guess, because the beginning has some hard moments, but also like the title card that pops up Erebus is 10% of the level. So really, even though it's 60%, it's really more like 45 or something in terms of like how far I actually am into the level.
The next question I have is, what are your plans after Erebus? And I see by your Erebus thumbnail, I could not thumbnail, title for the streams. I have started to assume that you are hinting towards a certain wave themed nine circles level.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
have already said to people that I definitely have plans, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to do it right after Erebus, but I'm not too sure if I'll jump right into it. We'll see. But I do want to do Sonic Wave. Yeah, I want to do the complete original RGB. That kind of was my original goal of like talking about levels that I want to do and then quit doing hard levels. Is the original RGB was that, but now that I'm doing the RGB, I've like moved that goalpost to Bloodlust. I really want to be Bloodlust someday. So yeah, originally that was going to be my goal, where I finish that and then just quit, and not quit GD, but just continue focusing on content instead of grinding extremes, right? But I don't know. I've just been enjoying grinding extremes. I don't know how far I'm actually going to push myself, man. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Bloodlust and Zodiac or something. I mean, I don't know.
All right, the next question I have is this is also kind of a basic one. Would you ever like have a top player like Zoink or W Pop do a top level, like a top 5 or maybe even top 3 as one of the 12 Demons of Christmas?
Well, I don't think that would work out because it's with the 12 Demons of Christmas, people need to make sure the level's done by a certain date. And when it comes to levels that are of that difficulty, it's quite hard to drop a level that's that hard and like time it to go with the series, because you can have the best intentions in the world if you want to do some exceptionally difficult levels, but if you can't have it done on time, then the whole series gets messed up, right? Or you have to do like an insane demon or something easier to just quickly like pop one out, and then it's not as interesting. So probably definitely not. Yeah.
All right. Now I'm gonna move on to a more like how do I say this? I guess happier question. What's your favorite activity to do with your family, like during Christmas or stuff like that? Like just being able to hang out. Like, what's your favorite activity to do with them?
I mean, that's an interesting question. I mean, there's a lot of things that I enjoy. Um, before my kid's leg hurt, me and him, we used to go like for little hikes and walks around my neighborhood, and I used to enjoy those kind of very relaxing and chill moments of just going out into nature with him. And we still do walk outside from time to time, but I gotta push him in a stroller because his leg is injured.
Yeah, and I feel bad for him.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we're working through it, and he's tough. And he also gets to ride his bike and go swimming and stuff, so it's not all like he's not totally off his feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really good. I like playing games with my kids. He likes Rocket League a lot, so we play Rocket League together at home. And he has this big Beyblade collection, so we Beyblade, we like fight against each other by spinning tops, and that's pretty fun. So like, stuff like that. I also enjoy, and we don't get to do it so frequently. Actually, we do it pretty frequently. I like just traveling with my family.
Yeah.
So like this year we went to the Philippines together because we have Korean friends there, and I took Taylor there, and he gets to see a bunch of cool new stuff. I've taken him to Japan before. We're probably going to go back to Japan in a few months. And yeah, I like traveling with him and getting him to experience a lot of new things, taking him to cool like museums, interesting places, and just me and him together experiencing like new places together.
The next question I have, this one could actually help me a lot. What helps you deal with burnout? Like that's a big problem that I have for a lot of games. Like burnout hurts like a lot.
Well, it's easier when it's your job.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you kind of have to. Although I still get burned out. So like, how do I actually deal with it? I deal with burnout. What I'll try to do is if I'm feeling really burnt out, I'll either take a break from something in the game and just kind of like keep the basic things in motion, because I have basic series that I always come back to that people love, like the recent tab series, Impossible or Not. So I'll keep that going, which is very easy for me to do because I know how to do them well. So I can do that and just do some basic stuff. So keep the channel, maybe record a bunch of videos, a few videos one day, and then take like a week off. I can do that, but what I found is better because sometimes when I take a week off, I usually don't ever take a full week off though. But if I do, unless I'm traveling, of course, in which case I make extra videos for when I'm gone, which they can be like really hectic before I go on a trip.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it can be really hectic. Yeah, so what I like to do instead of that though, because when I feel like I take some time off from making content, coming back feels a whole lot harder. I like to just keep things in motion constantly. So if I am feeling some burnout, what I'll do is I'll try to mix things up, try to make like a more interesting video or do like a collab with someone,
like the
just
video.
To be like, yeah, like the doggy video, right? And I've noticed that has made things a whole lot more interesting. So I'm going to be doing a lot more collabs in the future because it has made making content more interesting. So when you're doing stuff that is more interesting, when I'm trying to throw like fresh ideas out there, it makes it so burnout doesn't hit you as hard. It's like just trying something new in the community.
All right. The next one I have is, this is another really like real question, I guess you could say. If you had one message to this is a really proper one. If you had a message to your younger self, what would that message be?
Oof, that's a good question because that's something that I definitely haven't thought about. So just give me a second to think. Okay, well, if I had a message to my younger self, I would just tell my younger self to not worry so much and just enjoy your life in the moment. Because a lot of times especially when I was starting YouTube and things didn't look like they would ever go up too much, I would start like worrying too much about it and give myself unneeded stress. And when you get unneeded stress, you sort of paralyze yourself, or like you can get stuck in this loop of like, well, geez, I guess I'm just not going to do anything then, because if I do something, maybe it's going to make things worse on in my life or on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to not do anything, and maybe I'll just like play a game all night, and when I should be doing something more productive. So I think my message to myself would be like, just stop worrying, and just all the stuff you've been overthinking of whether to try or not, just do it. Just don't worry and just do the thing. Because like you're worrying about doing the thing, and the only way to make you stop worrying and stop stressing about the thing is to just do it.
Yeah.
So just do it and like stop overthinking things. So that's kind of the message I'd give to myself is stop overthinking everything and just do it, because you're not going to do it perfectly. And the only way to get better at it is to do it and fail and then like go and try again.
Okay, what's the next one? All right. This is another kind of weird question, I guess, but this is kind of to help everybody who like wants to get out there. What's a good tip for smaller channels who want to grow?
Yeah, try something new. Just like look for something that is new. I mean, I don't know. Are you talking about specifically Geometry Dash or just anything?
Just in general.
Just in general? Yeah, I would say find something that you enjoy. Find something that you know that if like this turned into something you could do long term, that you're going to enjoy doing for a long time. And then try to find new ways to enjoy that and ways that other people haven't done it before.